Jason Kester, and I'm the Executive Director of the Southern Ohio Port Authority. We are the County, City, and Village of New Boston Economic Development Office.
My name's Adam Phillips. I work for the Southern Ohio Port Authority, and I am the project manager on the America's Best Communities competition.
So the America's Best Communities grant originated out of a meeting we had with Oak Williams, who's the manager of Infometals. Myself and Brian Davis, one of our county commissioners, went out to visit and tour his business.
This particular area of Southern Ohio came with it a lot of advantages for us. Logistically, you've got the Ohio River right here, good ground transportation by truck, and you also have Norfolk Southern's rail accessibility right here for us as well. So we've got barge, rail, and truck, both on the inbound and the outbound, to distribute and receive our product at any given time.
At that time, it was snowing, it was raining, it was wet, it was nasty, and he showed us that to get products in and out off the river, he actually had to drive down this muddy dirt path in a big jacked up four-wheel drive truck. That ride was along the Ohio River, along the flood wall, and it started the discussion of how we can redevelop the flood wall and entrance and access to the river. We got to talking and we noticed that all three of our operating river docks, our two river docks and our industrial park, all tried to gain access to the river via different dirt paths, and that's just not really acceptable. When I saw the package, which was the semi-final draft, I was blown away. The work that's been done to put that together is just mind-boggling. You know, what they've done in a year is probably more work as far as beautification and revitalization of the waterfront than has been done in the last 20.
Once you get rolling, it feeds itself. The businesses come and they keep coming, and then they compete for the space, and the taxes go up because you're selling things and all that. Well, right now we're at that static point where we have inertia, so to speak. And we need that help to get the momentum going fully forward.
You're building momentum, and as you build that momentum, you know, one person makes something succeed, it makes it easier for the person next door to them or across the street to go, yeah, let's work together on this. And you build that critical mass, and you need that critical mass to save a community.
You know, it's just starting, but it's not gotten past maybe the critical mass point. It's approaching that. I'm working on 3 different buildings down here in Boneyfield, for instance. There's a couple more that would make it like really active. You know, we need life and people down here.
The working for it is the thing. If the artists here didn't care about the place they live, there wouldn't be any energy about improving our place.
The key part of economic development is developing your assets. So there aren't a number of communities that have both a river and then have a city or have infrastructure that can support development on the river. So that's really a huge asset for us. It's what our town was originally founded on, Portsmouth, the port at the base of the mouth of the Scioto River into the Ohio River. So we have a historic kind of draw to that. It also sets us apart from our inland neighbors in that we can focus on some of those heavier industries that need, you know, shipping and commerce via the water.
We've been very slow in sort of understanding what sort of natural assets we have here, and of all those assets, the river is the most important, the most significant in the birth and life and growth of this city. And we pretty much sort of ignored that for the most part, and haven't sort of taken advantage of that.
Because of the river, you know, we've had a strong, you know, heavy industrial heritage, and that's really where our target industries are. The industries we try to attract are your primary metals, your chemicals, your wood type products, all of which require heavy water, heavy flow of water, both from the river, natural, you know, through tap water and things of that nature that can be brought in from the river. So basically the natural resource of having the water available in their processes, as well as using it for transportation and logistics, are really the 2 big keys.
We want our riverfront to be an essential part of the everyday lives of our community members. We want to see our riverfront become a launch pad for community involvement, for downtown revitalization, for overall community health.
We've looked at a number of other communities' successful plans, and really to get the buy-in from the local community, you have to have a reason. You really have to have that eye-catching element, that pop element, that thing that draws people together. So that's really what's important about the recreational part. Not only the ability to have recreation, but really to get community buy-in and to bring people back to the riverfront.
I'm super excited about it. For the long time the question's been, okay, all these river communities, they make use of the river asset. We have an incredible riverfront. I mean, just the flood wall is amazing, but then you can walk in all these different directions, but it's so underutilized. And it's just, in any other place, if you had a riverfront like that you could develop, people would be all over it. So it's exciting to say, okay, we've got a plan, let's figure out how to make this happen.
I think even just a little bit of positive change will go a long way here. But I think to all the great people here in the community, there are so many like-minded people that want to see Portsmouth succeed and want to see Portsmouth be a better place.
The program is an economic development program, and we're really kind of going back and looking at that core economic development with industrial, with the riverfront recreational part, which will try to, we hope will really get folks involved, with the river.
You see the younger people and you see the people and it's a nice blend. You've got the younger people that are, incredibly optimistic, very hopeful, tons of energy, ready to direct it into whatever seems like a good cause. And then you have the people that are coming back to the area that are maybe mid-career. So they have the experience to kind of know how to pull that stuff off. They've got some resources and a little bit of perspective, and those two groups working together, that's dynamic for a community.
More and more people are beginning to understand that, well, if we sort of take our local assets and think creatively about how to sort of reorient this in terms of city development and economic development, hey, the sky's the limit.
It's going to be important for the entire area that we win, because it's going to say to all of us that, we can win. We can compete with the entire country, show off what we've got. We've got the people, we've got the brains, we've got the attitude, and we can pull this off and we can revitalize this area.
The difference that it would make would be tremendous, because we've been working on slimline budgets.
I think here in Portsmouth they'll see their biggest return off their investment, which every business-minded person, that's the main goal. They want to see a return off their investment. So I think Portsmouth winning the ABC grant and being awarded that money, Portsmouth's going to be where the biggest return on their investment is going to be.